Hi guys, I hope you're well. Sorry there wasn't a video last weekend. As you can tell, my voice is quite croaky, and last weekend I literally did not have a voice at all. Like, I could not speak at all. So today I'm gonna film a sort of like a top 10 scary film slash TV series. Well, ones that are quite good for watching near Halloween. Most of the ones I've chosen, though, are a bit more light-hearted. They're not so much scary, but they are still good for watching near Halloween. And it's not going to be like the classic Exorcist and Scream and Shining. Like, even though those are amazing and I completely recommend them, my ones are a little bit different. So I think I'm going to start off with movies first. And the first one I have to mention, because it's a childhood classic, and I think I mentioned it in another video, is called Hocus Pocus, starring Bette Midler and Sarah Jessica Parker. And if you don't know what it's about, without giving too much away, this boy called Max moves to Salem with his family, and he lights this magical candle that brings these three witches back to life and basically causes mayhem. And the next one, again, I'm going to start off with the quirkier ones. This one is quite funny and light-hearted. It's called Dark Shadows, starring the ever so gorgeous Johnny Depp as a vampire who wakes up in modern day and moves in with this family and basically has to learn to live as a normal person in modern day. And the next of the more light-hearted ones is the Rocky Horror Picture Show, starring Tim Curry as a sweet transvestite who lives in this like sort of mansion slash hotel, and this couple, Brad and Janet, come to end up staying there because the car breaks down and very strange and slightly sexual things start kicking off in the hotel, basically, and some very, very catchy songs in there because it is a musical. But yeah, it's one of those that is quite fun to watch near Halloween, I think, to be honest, because it's very, very weird. And the last of the quirky ones, before I get to the couple of scarier ones that I've chosen for films, is Who You Gonna Call? Ghostbusters! Slightly cheesy than that, I apologise. But yeah, if you don't know what Ghostbusters is about, I don't know where you've been the past like 20 odd, 30 odd years, but basically it stars Bill Murray, and it's these group of men that basically bust ghosts. They basically go on a hunt to capture ghosts. I think it stars in New York. I think the second one stars in New York. But yeah, and it's got a very catchy theme that pretty much everyone knows. So yeah, definitely recommend that to watch, or even just to listen to the song as part of a Halloween playlist. Just thought of another video. Sorry. And the next two films I'm going to show you are slightly more scarier. They've got a lot of jump scares. They're not for children. In fact, I think this is a 15. And I wouldn't recommend watching it on your own unless you're feeling quite brave. This one is Paranormal Activity. To be more specific, the second Paranormal Activity. I think there's about 5 now, and they don't follow it like in order. It's a bit like Star Wars. It's a bit mishmashy in terms of the order of the overall story. But for the second Paranormal Activity, I'll read the description. It basically says, just as Daniel and Christy welcome a newborn baby into their home, a demonic presence begins terrorizing them, tearing apart their perfect world and turning it into an inescapable nightmare. Security cameras capture the torment, making every minute horrifyingly real. So there we go. And the final one out of the movie section is Insidious, and this is one of the more scarier ones. Again, I think this is a 15, and I'll read the little description. It's got a lot of jump scares, by the way. This is actually really, really good. Josh and Renee are a happily married couple with 3 young children who have moved into their idyllic new suburban home. When tragedy strikes their young son, Josh and Renee begin to experience things in the house that are beyond explanation. Before long, their lives are turned upside down by demonic forces hell-bent on terrorizing their very existence. Forced to seek help and protect their family, they learn the terrifying truth. It's not the house that's haunted, but something far worse. Creepy description. So now I'm going to just show you a few quite creepy, fun TV series to watch near Halloween. One is, I really enjoyed this. I've watched this quite a few times. It's called Jekyll, and it stars James Nesbitt, who has the sexiest Irish accent ever, just saying. And he is such a brilliant actor. He basically plays Jekyll, and the story is basically a modern adaptation of the original Jekyll and Hyde story. And if you don't know the original story, basically this doctor called Jekyll makes a potion which creates like a split personality, but far worse, like a proper alter ego that like proper takes over his body. I feel like I'm saying like a lot. I apologise for that. And that too. And it's basically a modern little adaptation and twist on that. And James Nesbitt plays Jekyll/Hyde. And Jekyll's a nice one, and then Hyde comes out as creepy guy who likes to get drunk, likes to have a lot of sex, and is basically a completely different man and quite evil. Like, he does kill people as well. And yeah, it's just very, very creepy. And honestly, I cannot praise the acting. When he plays Hyde, it is honestly amazing. And this one it's not scary, but I feel like if you're gonna watch a series anytime near Halloween, you might as well watch a cheeky bit of Vampire Diaries, because I mean, you know, it's got vampires, it's got witches, it's got ghosts, you know, it's got werewolves. So, you know, it's not scary, but it's just a good sort of themed series to watch near Halloween. Plus, I mean, the cast are some of the most beautiful people I have ever seen. Just saying. And this one is called Afterlife, and it stars a lady called Leslie Sharp, who is a superb actress, by the way. She plays a medium who can basically see and talk to dead people, and each episode follows a different story of a different dead person and how she tries to, it's almost quite sweet in some cases, because she tries to resolve their unfinished business and help them like pass over. basically. But yeah, there are a lot of like quite creepy parts to it, and definitely some I would say are quite scary. Again, the series is a 15. Gosh, sorry about the coughing. And the next one, I mean, I do not normally swear on this channel. The past few videos I have not sworn because I don't really like to be honest, but the only way to describe this series is fucked up. I mean, it's American Horror Story. I think it's the first 3 series. They've also done Freak Show, a series called American Horror Story Freak Show, and The Hotel is I think the most recent one. But these are the first 3 series in a box set. And the first one is just American Horror Story, and it follows this family that move into this house, and this girl Violet comes across this ghost called Tate, and they fall in love, and just some very effed up stuff happens in that series is the only way I can describe it. And then there's the second one is American Horror Story The Asylum, which basically follows the stories that are the goings on in the asylum, basically, which I think is a lot more. There's a lot more disturbed and creepier, weird things going on in that series, to be fair. And it all stars, these 3 in particular star this fantastic actress, Jessica Lange. She's just amazing. And then I think my favourite out of the series that I've watched is the Coven one, because I love the idea of witches. The Coven was just perfect for me, and it followed like these young teenage girls in this like boarding school, and they train to be witches. Basically, they learn their magical powers and all that sort of stuff. So, and it kind of sticks to very traditional, certain bits are very traditional witchcrafty stuff. Like, it's not all modern. There's a lot of like old-fashioned type things going on as well. But yeah, this isn't 18, so that says a lot. I will warn you, do not watch this like with your parents and stuff. There is very, very weird stuff going on in those series. And last but not least is, again, not so much a scarier one. It's kind of creepy, but you know, it's a bit of a drama. It's a bit of a mystery. There's a lot of twists and turns, like who done it, like who is it, and it's called Pretty Little Liars. Basically, stars these 5 girls. One girl called Alison goes missing, and they all think she's dead, and they try to work out her murder. And I really don't want to say any more than that because it will give it away. But they get these mysterious texts from A, and they try to work out who A is because they're very weird and menacing and dark, threatening texts. And again, slightly weird, creepy things happen in it. So I definitely recommend watching little things like that near Halloween because they are quite creepy and they're just really good. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that video. Again, I am sorry about my voice, and I'm sorry about not doing a video last weekend. But yeah, I hope you liked this one, and I've got quite a nice, exciting video planned for next Saturday. So I'll see you then, and I hope you've had a lovely weekend. Bye, love you.